Hi, I'm Crystal, and I'm here today with the One Sketch Challenge for May. This is hosted by Lisa, who provides the sketch, and she and all of the other participants are listed in the description box. I've so enjoyed seeing everyone's very different take on these sketches. Just such a canvas for creativity. I started out by taking the sketch and making a couple of A2 size cards. So I did a pretty literal interpretation of the rectangles and the circle from the sketch. My circle says, "Dear friends, like you are like flowers, they brighten a day." Thought that was a great message for a card. I made a second version of this as well. So the first one was in dark pink, the second one is in light pink. And I've been cleaning out my craft room a little bit, and so as I did so, I found a really old tool. So the rectangles are just with a paper trimmer, but the circle, instead of using a large punch or a die cut, I actually used a Creative Memories circle cutter. And when I was looking at these, I was surprised to find that you can still buy these new. I am positive that mine date from the 1990s. So each one of these circles has 2 tracks, and there are 3 blades, and you put the blade in the track, and then run the blade along the track to make your shape. So the shapes come in, I think, circles, ovals, hexagons, maybe a rounded rectangle. And this is just a very old-fashioned tool. It still works. I still have it, and I used it today, but I'm not sure I really recommend it. But it made great circles for today's cards. So after I produced the cards, I felt like the circles looked a little bit unfinished, and I did a little bit of glue stick embossing around the edge of the circles. I like a little bit of an imperfect look. I feel like it gives an air of charming homemade. If you don't like imperfection, then this may not be for you. But of course, embossing powder is going to stick to anything sticky. And so I just ran that glue stick along the edge, and it's a little bit uneven, a little bit handmade looking, but the embossing powder sticks to the glue just fine. So keep this tip in mind if you ever have an awkward shape and you want to do a little bit of embossing. I believe that embossing ink also comes in a pen. That would give you a little bit more precision. So, whatever floats your boat. So after I did these 2 cards, I went on to interpret the sketch in the form of a junk journal page. So here I've got the sketch, and everything on here is kind of inky and shiny. I did stamp the lilies and use my circle cutter to cut between the flowers, which are painted with metallic watercolor. I've got metallic watercolor on the text block, metallic watercolor on the purple rectangle that's in the middle of this page. I just really, like a crow, I wanted something shiny, and I just put that metallic watercolor everywhere. Now, once I had interpreted the sketch into this panel, I did put this onto a larger journal page, and then I surrounded it with some paper lace trimmed off of paper placemats. But I really liked this arrangement of shapes, and I thought that it worked out well for my art journal, and I think that it really helped to showcase these Easter lilies, and certainly I'm in the right season for Easter lilies. So I do want to thank Lisa for hosting this One Sketch Challenge, and thank all of the other participants. I've enjoyed seeing your creations, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today and taking a look at what I made for the One Sketch Challenge for May. We will be back on June the 1st with a brand new sketch. I hope you'll be back. Thank you.